Those are our compositions, Foxy, for our first game of this final.
All right.
Oh, I'm really excited.
Actually sacrifice a lot of those early objectives, so we might see a bit of a stylistic mismatch as we might get the first dive of the game.
Oh, Ibo pulls Bando back in. The flash has to come down, but first blood is there for Tinks.
Oh.
And he'll escape. He'll escape with a sliver of HP here, Foxy. That was a successful dive. Tinks with Yellow Star and Viteo, they're going to secure this dragon. Now, Schlatten and Raxo are hanging in the sidelines, but I just don't think they're in a good enough position to be able to contest this, and it should allow Tinks to pick up the first dragon of the game.
They're kind of waiting a little bit here. I think their items, their champions spike on kind of like later items, especially that Corki, the Blanc. The Blanc is 1 item. Corki is more like 2, maybe even 3. We're going to get a fight in the top lane. Ibo is flashing off Bando.
He's flashing after Bando, mate. He wants it as the showstopper comes through. Ibo looking for the kill, but he can't find it. That was aggressive.
Yeah, in the end there, that's just 1 flash loss for Kick, even though Ibo was the beneficiary of that play. Now Kick using this top advantage here to take away this Rift Herald. They are the first one of the game. Down to the draft, they do have more slow body champions. LDLC, I'd say absolutely yes. But either way, right now we are going to get a contest for the second dragon. Ibo's walking down and Bando's TPing in.
Bando is TPing in. A lot of work is already done by Kick to the dragon here. This should allow Tinks to pick it up as the Misfortune ultimate comes through. Great stun from Yellow Star. There's the showstopper right onto the top of Kick. And LDLC, they look good in this fight. That first dragon will go down. LDLC chasing Kick out as Viteo jumps in. And Tinks should be trying to pick off the stragglers on the back here. Kick did not calculate the response. And LDLC will take a great fight to begin. I think it just caught 2 in like really high priority targets. I believe it was Pookie Style and someone else, but damn, that was a great fight. I also just think that, you know, with Viteo being where he is, with Hades having the Sheen, it was a good fight for them. They had a couple of mini item spikes to work with. Shatten's actually going to be forced to dive out here again. Another nice ultimate from Yellow Star. This should allow the reset as Schlatten goes down, and LDLC starting to turn the knife. And they're going to secure that second Rift Herald. The first, I didn't catch what the first was actually used by Kick. I don't know what they actually got from it.
It was just placing mid.
So
okay. Nothing crazy, but you know, as the game's going on here, we might actually be able to see the first tower being taken down with this Herald. It's spotted out like at least 2 plays right now as well from LDLC. Just put your nose in the bush and just get rid of the ward. Oh, yo, Viteo, mate, we're synced. He's doing it. He's getting rid of the ward as LDLC are going to take the dragon.
Oh, there we go, Foxy. Just that neural link working out for you, mate. Just giving the on-the-fly advice. They're going to pick up this mid-lane tier 1 with that Rift Herald, like you said. This is important because at 16 minutes, they have the 3rd dragon. By 20 minutes, Ocean Soul, as a significant win condition, is on the table.
Yeah, I always think that, you know, 4th dragon gives you the soul, but 3rd dragon is pretty much just as important because the amount of pressure that it puts on the enemy team. LDLC is great at picking people, and we're going to see a little bit here.
Yeah, Schlatten actually forced to kick Viteo away here. The 2-level advantage, as well as the fact that Yellow Star was in the wings, was too scary for him. Bando now looking for the 1v1 versus Ibo, but Ibo with that Leandries has suddenly become a bit of a monster to deal with. Showstopper to try and escape here, but Bando, I think he could be going down. Mataslaw heads in, he'll pick up the kill.
On the Triforce, trying to get that Stinger through. Still got like a minute or so to play with. Like, it may seem like we're just going like a little bit too ham on these, talking about items. Like, Foxy, mate, what are you doing? Shut up. There's a whole game being played. It's not just about the items. These champions are so dependent on items. Like, these specific item breakpoints are massive for champions like Corki and like Ez. It really is worth keeping your eye on them. Holy moly, LDLC, this is a 20-minute Baron.
But it has opened up a little bit of food for thought for Kick. They have to be a bit careful on the map, and Pookie Star gets caught out by Yellow Star again. The man bringing that ultimate through to start the fight up. Here comes Mataslaw, immediately exhaust. But look at Kick. They have the health bars to work with. Mataslaw gets focused out. Tinks jumps in, and he gets shut down there by Braum coming through from Kick. And LDLC are forced back. 25 seconds left until the dragon, and they made a huge error because they are now going to lose that soul.
Yeah, that was a big blunder for LDLC when you had the free Dragon Soul. That's cheeky, but not quite cheeky enough for Terra, mate. You're going to go down as well. 3 kills for free, essentially, here. 3 for 0, and crucially, extremely crucially, you are now putting even more timer on the game, which, you know, at this point, denying that 20-minute soul, I think you're very happy if you're Kick. You know, Kick have been very good at playing these team fights. LDLC very good at getting these early game advantages, and we've seen both of them at their premiere here in this game as this fight starts out with a good catch from Yellow Star.
I think I just want to look through, especially the way that Pukistar played that initial engage. He could have very easily flashed out of the Yellow Star ultimate, right, Foxy? But he didn't. Yeah. He chose to save it, and he drew LDLC in behind the breakable to open up with him. I think that was quite smart from Pukistar.
I think the problem as well for LDLC is that you've got really good catch potential with champions like Bard, Blanc, and Trundle. But the problem is, like, if you're using that as a team fight engage, where's your follow-up engage?
Well, I like to talk about ease of execution sometimes. You know, like when you talk about champs, Ivo has to be a bit careful here. He drags in Yellow Star and Tinks, and the immediate response is there from Kick right now as Mataslaw jumps in onto Yellow Star. The ultimate comes through, trying to buy some time as Schlatten finds the kick. Tinks is gonna go down as the exhaust lands on for Teo, and Kick are chasing down the remainder of LDLC. You know, pure front to back, ease of execution. I think Kick win that game every single time. Like, they just have the easier comp to work with when it comes to playing out team fights in a variety of situations. Ivo, though, that is a big drag back in, but he is so tanky with a huge amount of shield right now. Can you even touch this man as the Death Realm goes through onto Tinks, like you said, and immediately then into the Misfortune ultimate coming out from Pookie style. It is defensive once more from LDLC, and again, Kick able to respond so nicely to these engages. Kick, they're aggressive, they're looking for their own positioning, and they've managed to force LDLC out of the river here. Yeah,
and there is package on Mataslaw. So yeah, he's still got the package up, so that's definitely going to be something. There it is.
Well, that's the ultimate. Oh, he steals it! Tinks, the absolute madman, gets the soul for the LC. Now the fight might go in favor of Kick, as they've already opened up the kills in their favor. But LDLC, they got what they came for. They have the soul, and they will exit victorious.
Every single other dragon by either making picks, making plays, but also you can't have it stolen away like this, and it's just so easy. Like, this is, it's a 1 level difference. That's 50 damage in your smite. It really isn't that much to write home. It's not a huge diff in that smite damage, and you know that Tinks can just flash over, he takes it, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Kick needs to do a much better job of zoning him out of the pit. Well, you can see, Pukistar, what does he do? First thing, execution's calling. Throw that down. You're going to cut that, try and counter that Ocean Cell as best you can.
You can see now they have taken that tier 1 in the mid lane finally. That's going to open up a bit more of the map for Kick. They were struggling to play around that. Baron is getting started up, and Kick are aware of this going down right now. Schlatten will be able to seek it out with that Sonic Wave, just keeping tabs on the vision. But I mean, LDLC aren't letting up. They want this fight. They want Kick to come to them on this Baron.
Man, we're not going to have another coin flip objective, are we? I think it might happen.
Oh, Bando! He's off the wall! It's going straight in, and they're going to get the Baron surely here. The Schlatten jumps over. They will not secure it. It goes over to Teo, and suddenly LDLC are working with it, but no one on Pookie style. The ultimate is big, and once again, Kick take the 5v5. They lose the objective, but they get the kill advantage.
Yeah, I would think that the comp of LDLC would want a split push with a Blanc. Oh, we're going to get engaged, though.
Yeah, Yellow Star looks for a big stun, only can find it onto Ivo, who gets taken very low immediately as well. He's now in the Death Realm, but he hasn't actually found the kill, and you can see on the front line, that is Bando buying some time. Showstopper will not be good enough, but they'll trade 1 for 1 in the top lane that's going down. LDLC, though, they seemingly come out on top here as Teo gets taken so low. Hades now, 1v4 on the backline. Can the man convert it? The Mystic shot is good. He'll take down the jungler, and LDLC finally find the edge. And with Elder Dragon in 10 seconds, you can't help but feel that this is all LDLC need to close this one out.
Taking Tinks away for the millionth time this game, going for that 1v1, but it turns out the small gameplay is pretty effective for Trundle when you've got that Spirit Visage and you've got that Ocean healing. Not enough for Ivo to bring him down, and when he survives, it's really easy to deal with Mordekaiser. I expect that a lot, I think, honestly. That's actually a really smart buy. But you...
Oh... Yeah, it's an engage coming through from Yellow Star. Mataslaw gets forced back out by Teo, but immediately the Showstopper's there onto the backline. Bando buying time. The shutdown is onto Pookie Style. He is down, and suddenly LDLC charge forward. Ibo, the next target, is the double kill. Finally, getting some kills on the board for Teo.
Yes, there's a 3-player deficit here, and the only thing that might keep kicking this game is Mataslaw's ability to wave clear at long range. But if he keeps getting poked out like this, they're going to lose Raxor as well. And, you know, licking his wounds in the fountain, I don't think it's enough, Scoundrel.
LDLC, they will take the first shot in this best-of-5 final. It will be their first game.